Fellow Cameroonians, our ancestors taught us that when the wind blows, it's not the trees that are shaken, but the leaves. Today, that wind of change is blowing across our nation. And everywhere I traveled, I witnessed both its challenge and its promise. In a humble classroom in Mayodanai, I met young Aissatou, studying under a thatched roof without furniture, yet her eyes bright with determination for a better tomorrow. In the heart of Douala, I stood with families from Dikolo, watching their ancestral homes destroyed by land grabbers, yet their spirits unbroken. These two faces of Cameroon, one of unwavering resilience, one of systemic injustice, tell the story of who we are, but more importantly, they show us who we can become. Like the tree that bends but does not break, our people have shown remarkable strength in the face of hardship. But strength alone is not enough. After 42 years under the same leadership, we must do more than endure. We must transform. The wind that blows today is not just a wind of challenge, but a wind of change. And together, we will harness it to build a new Cameroon. Throughout 2024, I have walked alongside you, listening to your stories, sharing your struggles, and witnessing your unwavering hope. In the far north, Aissatou's determination to learn despite overwhelming odds reminds us that education is not just a right, it is the foundation of our future. Her teacher, Haman, represents thousands of dedicated educators who deserve our deepest respect and support. The SDF's vision for education goes beyond promises. We will implement the Family Allowance Bonus program to ensure that no child's potential is limited by poverty and no teacher's dedication goes unrecognized. In the forests of the East region, I encountered a reality that shames our nation. Millions of children without birth certificates, denied their very existence in official records. We spoke with parents who shared their frustration and helplessness. This is not merely a bureaucratic failure, it is a moral one. When the SDF takes office, we will reverse this narrative. The issuance of birth certificates will become our government's obligation, not the burden of struggling families. The story of Mireille in the West region illuminates another fundamental injustice. Born in 1975, she still cannot register land in her name. Her story echoes through the hills of our country, where countless young people face the same barrier. The destruction of the Dikolo community in Douala shows us how far this injustice can go when left unchecked. These are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a system that has forgotten its purpose to serve the people. The changing face of our civil service emerged clearly in my conversation with Serge in Biwongbulu. His initial defense of the status quo transformed into hope when we discussed our vision for a civil service that truly serves. We spoke of fair wages, of recognition for those who serve in our most challenging regions, of a social security system that protects all workers, not just civil servants, but farmers, traders, and independent workers too. Melanie's story from the Mungo haunts me still. Her inability to obtain an ID card has locked her out of the most basic rights of citizenship. She cannot travel, work formally, or even register her own child's birth. When she called it a prison without walls, she spoke for millions of our fellow citizens. The SDF solution is clear. We will bring ID card issuance to every municipal council, breaking down these invisible walls that divide our society. My encounter with Buba, the young military officer, protecting me in the conflict zones, revealed both the dedication of our security forces and their daily struggles. We discussed not just their needs as officers, but as parents, as citizens, as Cameroonians dreaming of a better future for their children. Our digital school initiative resonated with him, a practical solution to make education more accessible and affordable for all families. The ongoing conflicts in the Northwest, Southwest, and Far North regions weigh heavily on our national conscience. In all, over 900,000 displaced citizens, countless lives disrupted, communities torn apart. This is the price of failed leadership. The STF commits to resolving the violence of these conflicts through dialogue, justice, and concrete action within our first 100 days in office. As we look toward 2025, we're building more than a political campaign. We're building a movement for change. The Progressive Front represents our commitment to collaborate with like-minded forces for democracy. Our partnership with the Cameroon Labour Movement, Calamo, demonstrates our dedication to workers' rights and social justice. These alliances are not mere political conveniences. They are partnerships built on shared values and a common vision for Cameroon's future. The current economic reality, where 1 in 3 Cameroonians lives below the poverty line, is not just a statistic. It represents millions of stories like Aissatus, Melanie's, and Buba's. It represents dreams deferred and potential unrealized. The SDF's commitment to economic transformation through industrialization, innovation, and sustainable development is not just about growth figures. It's about creating opportunities for every Cameroonian to build a dignified life. As the electoral register reopens on January 2nd, remember that your participation is more than a civic duty. It is your power to write the next chapter of our nation's story. The legacy of our late national chairman, Nijon Fundi, who fought peacefully for 3 decades for our democracy, demands nothing less than our full commitment to change. Fellow Cameroonians, 2024 has shown us both the depth of our challenges and the height of our potential. As we enter 2025, we carry forward not just hope, but determination. Together, we will build a Cameroon where every voice matters, where every child can thrive, and where prosperity is truly shared. I wish you all a happy 2025. Power to the people. God bless Cameroon.